let's take a look at some very inappropriate Star Wars merchandise. Well, welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with a whole new video. So, what are we going to look at today? Well, we're going to look back at some inappropriate Star Wars items. Just some that kind of make you question things, like, did they really not see how this really looks? Now, before we get started, as always, you want to support this channel, you know how to do that. Patreon's right there in the description below, or head over to thatjunkman.com and buy some cool t-shirts. Now, let's look at some inappropriate Star Wars merchandise. Or maybe this is just the perverted mind of a Junkman. Either way, we'll start off back in 1977 with one of the first Star Wars merchandise there was, the Topps trading cards. I'm sure you all know about this one. Let's take a closer look at card 207. The C-3PO card. Here it is right here. 3PO from the scene from A New Hope. And, I'm not gonna point it out, but I think you all see what I see, don't you? Apparently, C-3PO really loved that oil bath. Now, I've heard that Anthony Daniels hates this card, and people's asking him to sign it at conventions and stuff, and he refuses. But what do you see? Is it just people with perverted minds seeing something that's not there? The official word from Topps is this was just bad lighting and a bad angle. But, I don't know. I mean, it looks pretty bad, doesn't it? Let's move on. This one here, I don't really see anything that inappropriate about it. Apparently, some shoppers at Target did so much that they tweeted about it complaining. These were Star Wars pool toys for kids. And it seemed that people on Facebook, Twitter, and social media saw more than just a kid pool toy when they looked at it. And got so upset that even Target had to release a statement. We apologize for the disappointment. Occasionally, we may carry some merchandise that some guests may find objectionable. As was your experience, we never want to offend anyone and have shared this with our merchandise team for review. Thanks, Stacy. The automatic response about how they're not looking to offend anyone. Everybody has to walk on eggshell nowadays. Not even when someone sees a kid pool toy and thinks it's dildos. But I think people seeing this was more than just a kid pool toy was looking a little too hard into it. Maybe they should have questioned themselves instead of questioning Target. But let's see what's next. And this one here is just an outfit. Something you could dress up like. How can that be inappropriate at all? Unless it's the Junkman dressed up like a slave Leia, but that's not it. Let's take a look. That's it. The mighty Jabba the Hutt. Right there. An adult costume. Oh, it would be fun. Dress your little kid up like Salacious B. Crumb and walk around the neighborhood trick-or-treating in your Jabba the Hutt outfit. It looks like a walking trash bag. What could be so inappropriate about that? Oh, I see. Whew. Now I don't see Jabba anymore when I look at it. Whew. Let's go on. This is another famous one from the late 70s that I think most of you probably have seen. I actually would love to have this one. Is it inappropriate? Maybe when you first glance at it. But it's kind of funny at the same time. This is the C-3PO tape dispenser. Come, pull my tape. You know you want to. Pull it. Pull my tape. I mean, really? I mean, could they think of a more awkward pose? To have the tape coming out of C-3PO's crotch? I don't know who was thinking this. I've heard rumors that George Lucas really didn't like this and was kind of upset, but that's just hearsay. Now, the company that made the tape dispenser also made a soap dish. And although it's not inappropriate, it is kind of odd looking. I mean, it is C-3PO striking a sexy pose. As we're talking about everybody's lovable gold droid, let's bring up something else. I don't know if you can count this as inappropriate merchandise, but sure is cringy to watch. And that's from Star Tours. And that's C-3PO rapping. That's right. 3PO raps.
My name, you know, is C-3PO. Rapping about space, the new place to go. You can eat all you want and you won't gain a pound because there isn't any weight here like back on the ground. We travel very fast near the speed of light. You can leave in the morning and get home last night.
Is it over? That makes me embarrassed to be white. Okay, what else we got? Let's go back to the prequel era, to this one, the Jar Jar Binks sucker. All you have to do, pull open his head and suck on his tongue. Get that juicy, nice flavor out. Just suck on that tongue. Suck on that Gungan tongue. Doesn't it look good? That's really what you want to see. That's really what you want to see. Kids walking around sucking on a cherry-flavored Jar Jar tongue. Whew, crazy. I kind of get the joke here, but it still seems a little odd to want to suck on a Jar Jar tongue. But I guess you could be sucking on something a lot worse. Now let's pick on Kenner and go back to the 80s with Yoda. We all know about the Magic 8 Ball. You ask it a question, shake it, look in the little window on the ball, and you get your fortune. Well, the designers over at Kenner wanted to do this with Yoda. But Yoda wasn't a ball, so what were they going to do? Here it is. How does Yoda tell you the fortune? You turn him upside down and look up his robe. That's not your future. That's Jedi balls. Come on, Kenner. Couldn't you at least put it on the back of his head? Somewhere? Why would you want to look up between his legs for your future? Now, Kenner, I'm not through picking on you yet. Cause you released a Star Wars coloring book. That's a little strange. Now, I know the scene is from Star Wars A New Hope, but let's take a closer look at the page. Darth Vader and Princess Leia. He's gonna find out where those Death Star plans are. And I guess Princess Leia's gonna do everything she can not to get executed. For a kid coloring page, you really picked the wrong angle for this, Kenner. I mean, come on, how could you guys not have seen this? Is it just me? It's the picture, right? It's not just me. I just don't have a perverted mind, right? It's not just me. Please tell me it's not just me.
You've got a sick mind!
Now here's something else that's kind of inappropriate, and Star Wars underoos. Now don't get me wrong, I love Star Wars underoos. I have the Boba Fett ones and the Luke Skywalker X-Wing underoos. I saw nothing inappropriate with them. But if you watch the underoos commercial, it's a little disturbing to watch, to say the least. Something about these kids all dancing around in their underoos. It makes you feel like a creepy uncle watching it. Let's take a look.
In the not so distant future on a planet called Earth, it's underoos.
Why's the underwear got to be so tight? Is it over? I can't look. Just tell me when it's over. I can't look. Oh. I'm scared the FBI is going to want to look at my hard drive just for watching this on YouTube. Is it over? It's over. It's over. It's over, right? And did you notice that one girl where they put the R2-D2 beep in? Let's go back and watch it. Now, I didn't mess with the audio at all. This is 3PO's beep right when the girl's dancing. Watch.
And R2-D2 just makes me smile. Makes me smile.
They did that on purpose, right? To make it sound like that little girl farted in R2's face? How could they not have seen that? It's crazy. Now, this last one we're going to look at, wouldn't call it inappropriate. God, it's awful. How did Hasbro release this? I've never seen this before. I never really paid attention to it, and it just came up today when I was doing research for this video, and I couldn't believe how horrible this is. This might be the worst Star Wars action figure I've ever seen in my whole life. So let's take a look. Yeah, that's a real Luke Skywalker action figure. Look at it. What? It looks constipated. What's going on? And what? Look at his face. God, Hasbro. Everyone at Hasbro should be fired for this. There's even more pictures. Look at him. He looks like a chickmunk. Can't be real, can it? This can't be a real. Please, somebody tell me this is some kind of I've seen better custom figures than this. This is horrible. Oh, God. Anyway, I know this one probably really didn't fit with the theme of the video, but I just had to throw this one up here. And this is the last one. It's not inappropriate, but it really shouldn't have been made. And that's the Star Wars Crocs. Do we really need Star Wars Crocs? I mean, look at these. You got a R2 one right here, and then you got a Darth Vader one. Crocs. Really? People's gonna wear Star Wars Crocs? Now I wear some stupid stuff. I admit that. Even at 8, I had a Star Wars belt with a cool belt buckle. And I remember wearing a Bert and Ernie shirt way past the appropriate age to be wearing Bert and Ernie merchandise. But still, I wouldn't have been caught dead in Star Wars Crocs. I wouldn't even be caught dead in any kind of Crocs, much less Star Wars Crocs. I even hate saying the word Crocs. Anyway, that's a look at some inappropriate Star Wars merchandise, an action figure that I can't believe is real, and some stupid Crocs. We'll be back very soon with a whole new video.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.